So it's no secret that social media has gotten louder and noisier over the few years, with everyone coming online and everyone trying to leverage digital marketing to attract clients. And if you are in the online space, or even if you are just an entrepreneur, you can definitely admit to the fact that it is now a lot harder to attract people because there is a sea of sameness and everybody seems to sound and look the same. So clients and prospects are confused. And if you want to start attracting clients, you are going to have to differentiate yourself. And this is what we will be discussing today, why it is important to differentiate yourself and the key elements that you need to start differentiating your coaching or consulting business, even your SaaS business, even if you are just a freelancer. If this is your first time here, I am Tanya. I'm a business coach and marketing strategist, and I work with people of influence and service-based professional providers to elevate their brands, amplify their marketing message, and of course, to attract premium, high-quality clients and opportunities, leveraging content and social media. So this is something that I'm quite familiar with. Now, if you are not new to my content, you will know I speak about this quite often. And one of the key things that you need to differentiate yourself, differentiate your coaching, consulting business, or your business in general, is that you need to own in on positioning so that you are also able to create demand. So positioning is key, as it makes it easier for you to win the game, to make yourself the easy and distinctive choice for the buying process. You actually remove friction between yourself and your prospects when you position yourself well. So positioning is definitely one of those key levers that you want to start pulling if you want to start attracting better clients, high quality clients, premium clients that pay you the worth of your services. So in order for me to highlight positioning, I want you to think about how we buy. And how we often buy is problem, category of the problem, then service provider. Let me give you an example. I'm hungry. That's my problem. Right now, I'm hungry. That's my problem. What is the category? I need food. I need to feed myself. Then I start thinking about everything else that I don't want to do, which is I don't want to cook, I don't want to do this, I don't want that. I want to order some food in. Now, I start looking at where can I order. Immediately what comes to mind? Uber Eats. Or if you are in South Africa, Mr. Delivery. Why? Because they have positioned themselves as the solution for this exact problem. Same thing. I need to go somewhere. I don't have a car. What do I need? I need a cab. What do I use? Uber, Lyft, Bolt, depending on where you are. You see my point? This is how we make purchasing decisions, and this is done subconsciously, and this also happens with your prospects and clients. They identify a problem that they have categorized it in their head, and immediately they start going through the service providers that they have in their head. And this is why you want to invest in positioning yourself, because you live rent-free in your prospect's mind, and when they need you, they immediately pull you out of the directory that they have in their head. And this is where being able to generate demand, to create demand for your services come into place. Think about it. There are people that walk into a store, immediately go into the Coca-Cola cooler, pull out a Coca-Cola. Why? Because Coca-Cola is living rent-free in their heads. I'm hungry, I crave a burger, but that is not too expensive. I'm ordering a McDonald's. McDonald's is creating demand because they're living rent-free in my head. So they are not competing on trying to capture demand. Even if you came out today and started making the best burger and the cheapest burger in the world, it is quite difficult for you to compete with McDonald's. It is quite difficult because you will always be the substitute to McDonald's. That is a reality that we have to face. Even when we all love a good Burger King, but when you think about it, when it comes to brand awareness and brand power in the market, we have to admit that McDonald's has a bigger brand presence in the market compared to Burger King. Think about anything else and you'll realize that it is the same thing in any and most market. So you either are the first market adopter, you are either the best in the market, or you are the cheapest alternative. But the thing is, you are still the alternative. Let me give you an example, another one, before we move on. Think about phones. We have iPhones. Usually, first market adapter when it comes to touchscreen phones, that I'm using one like this today. I'm not using an iPhone, by the way. So, first market adapter, so they have the market in a chokehold. iPhone has a market in a chokehold. Think about it. Then we have what most of us would say is the best at the alternative, which is kind of like the best in the market, I think, that people think when they think of in terms of technology. We have Samsung. They're usually considered one of the best options. And then we have the cheapest alternative, which is a Huawei, which is usually as good as a Samsung, but it is not a Samsung. You get my point? Great. When you leverage positioning as a key levers to attracting clients, you are showing up as the best possible option for your clients. And that's what you want to do. You want to be the choice, because if everything is held constant and everybody looks the same and everything looks the same, irrespective of the fact that you will do a better job than company A, company B, or company C, because we all look the same, in the customer or the prospect's mind, we are all reduced to the same thing. And what will happen is that the prospect will pick the cheapest option offered. So this is one of the things that is often referred to as capturing demand. And this is unfortunately where most companies and most marketers focus their entire marketing campaigns and their marketing efforts to trying to capture demand. And if you don't know what is the concept of capturing demand, I'm going to explain that quickly. Capturing demand is when a prospect is already solution aware and is actively looking for a solution to solve a problem, and they are in the market to buy. Here's the thing though, they've already done all the research. Now they're only looking for somebody to help them solve the problem. The problem here is, though it is good if you can capture that demand, the problem is that they do not have any affinity to any brand. And because they do not have any affinity to any brand, their biggest consideration comes from the fact that benefits, features, A, B, C, D, and that's what they're looking at, plus pricing. So, and the reality is also that there's only actively, and this has been proven, that there's only 3%, 1 to 3% of the market that is actively in the market to buy at the time that you're trying to capture demand. So the other 97% is not in the market. And this is how most companies leave money on the table, because they are continuously chasing the 3% and leaving the 97%. But the problem is, in order for you to bring in the 97% into a position where they buy, you need to be able to create demand. And that is where most entrepreneurs and most people do not get it right. Now, if you are listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get clients, and what is this about? So I'm going to leave the link to one of my free courses in the description box, Land Premium Clients in 30 days. You might want to download that. So usually when we do this is because we are trying to capture demand. See, I just did that now because the person that is actively going to download this free course is already in the market trying to get clients. So they are looking already for a solution, which means that we are just capturing demand. However, now if you want to create demand, you want to start leveraging positioning, and you also leverage something else. You create what I have described as an open funnel. And the open funnel is something that I teach within my content ecosystem, which is part of the 3 layers content system as well. So that when you create an open funnel, which is a funnel that is out in the open, that takes the prospect through the different buying stages. By the time they reach out to you to work with you, they are ready to buy, and you've already positioned yourself as the best possible choice. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Tanya, I've been creating content, and this is something I teach, to create demand by creating content. And you might be thinking, I've been creating content and that is not happening. The problem is often the type of content that you are creating. The type of content that you are creating it's either misaligned to where the buyer is. It is not aligned to the level of sophistication of the prospect. For example, I can tell you for sure that on this channel, people in my audience, some people that watch my content are in different industries, for example, but it's usually a sophisticated industry. We might have an IT specialist that offers IT services to medium and enterprises, or I might have a coach, or I might have a freelancer. However, the sophistication of the market determines the type of content that you need to create, and also it needs to be aligned with different people, with where they are in their buying journey. So a lot of times what happens is that the content that you create may only be for somebody that is at the brand awareness level, and you are not trying to create pieces of content that will actually take them through the other stages of the buying journey so they can eventually make a buying decision. That is where the problem is. The content that you are creating is only answering one part. And for example, especially if you're only creating how-to content, that is not the content that is going to convert people to buy your services. And this is where most people get content marketing wrong. So what am I trying to say in this video? If you want to differentiate yourself from the rest of the market, you are going to want to learn how to position yourself, and you position yourself with the content because your content so that you can create demand. Outside of just capturing demand in the market, you want to start creating demand, and that will actually start feeding premium high quality clients that you can command premium prices for, because they don't see any other choice but to work with you, because you have not only gained their trust, they not only just like you, and they not only trust you, but they also view you as an authority in your field. And this is one of the things that I always say. It's not only know, like, and trust, but in order for people to buy and to really buy from you at a premium level, you need to also command their respect. And you do that through positioning, and you do that by creating demand, and you do that with content. Now, if you would like to know how to leverage content to create a business or to start attracting clients, take a look at the content ecosystem. The link will be in the description box. It is not a free course. It is me walking you through the system that we use and why we use it and why we have found it, for me and my clients, to be the best possible thing that you can do for your business. So take a look at that and check out one of the videos I'll link here. I'll also link the podcast episode here that kind of explains also this ecosystem. And on this note, I will see you in my next video. Bye.